We are Spud and Joey. We are best friends, dads, and realtors. We also head up a running tribe here in Salt Lake City called Run with Mojo. On the weekends, we love exploring new trails and neighborhoods together. We aren't the fastest or the most skilled runners in the world. We're just two slightly out of shape dads that love a good trail run. We love running as much for the opportunity to clear our minds and have a good laugh as we do for the run itself. As runners, we know how mundane running on a treadmill can be. That's why we created the Come Run With Us project. So the next time you're on a treadmill, you'll have a cool trail to explore and a couple of buddies to run with. No matter what time of day or where you are in the world, you can always come run with us. Welcome back to the Come Run With Us project. This is part 2 of a two-parter up here at Blackridge Reservoir, Spud's second home. Now, if you're liking the show, if we're helping you out on your treadmill, please like and subscribe. Boing. Like, subscribe. like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. As you know, we are just moments away from cresting this hill. We left you on a hanger last week. If you're listening on the podcast, maybe check it out on YouTube or don't. We don't care. Just thanks for being with us.
Joey has recently started listening to it, and
I really enjoy it.
Glorious.
I really enjoy it.
I've listened to one, and because it doesn't count it on the YouTube, I just can't. Like,
just play the YouTube in the background, like while you're.
Well,
at work.
no, that's what I do instead of the podcast. So, what does our podcast look like?
What do you mean?
As far as like,
can we even get numbers on that thing? Because I know a couple of people that listen on the podcast.
I've got the stats for Spotify.
Can we?
Hey, Brenner,
right here.
You put them there.
Yeah, sure.
Because last week you saw the stats for. It's all pitiful.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I mean, especially for a
guy
guy like
Joey, that is now
this monster of a famous person.
I think, I didn't check right before we left, but it was 844,000 last time I did check on my most recent video. Not my most recent video, but
which was like 4 minutes ago. He just busted out his phone. Like, does it like blow up your phone? Like, so for us normal folks, is it like every day you open your Insta and it's got like a 400 under your like heart thing?
Let me just give you some stats on this thing real quick before we get started.
And I'm not like, I'm fine. Like, remember that time I went off a little bit on that?
Oh, it's at 848,000.
Oh my God.
So 848,000 views. Let's try and take a quick look at 4,000 likes.
Oh, it was that one.
413 shares.
That one got it?
Yeah, I know. You just never know. I picked the right song. The Brother Ew.
It's the song.
Don't just give it all the song.
We can't have that.
I put all this work in. I built this putting green with my bare hands. My yard's getting close. I was excited about it. It's a cool setup.
Just so you know, I do like that.
Can you mute your audio? We can't have music on the YouTube. Sorry. I'm sorry. I just don't want it to be a problem with our copyright. So
can't you just mute that though?
But there's a lot of
bring it down.
There's a lot of like.
Oh my gosh, he's of course going in there.
Picture. No.
To everyone.
Well, I started out doing that because I didn't know how crazy, and then it just got out of hand. Then I stopped. But then I get a lot of like all that grass, and you're chipping off a mat.
You got haters?
I got haters.
Oh my gosh, you really are viral.
Okay, change the way your club face is, bro. And then flatten inside backsweep leads to inconsistency. Stand up straight and rotate your chest, and change this shitty song.
What?
Stop using this effing sound clip. It's insanely annoying. Question, clown.
Oh my gosh.
I got haters, y'all.
I've always wanted to have haters.
I got haters.
Like, who, honestly,
nobody hates the nobodies.
Yeah, but
nobody hates the nobodies.
Who goes into a random guy saying that his backyard is his own little piece of heaven?
I know.
And like
one of them said, I sure hope heaven's more than a half acre, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Some people are pitiful, aren't they?
But like also, I didn't even know that was, you are so cool.
I know.
Remember when I went off on you a minute ago behind scenes?
Spud was
I was hurt, but I realize now that
now you realize it's like Entourage now. It's like Entourage.
Yeah, now I want to be a part of it. I'm sorry. Don't leave me behind. I would easily be your, what was the shorter, pudgy guy with the hat backwards?
I don't know.
That's me.
I didn't watch a lot of Entourage.
Dude, I didn't either, but I loved that idea.
We're here up above Blackridge Reservoir, Harriman, southwest corner of Salt Lake Valley. We're just getting ready to crest this mountain, see the sunrise.
Y'all are welcome.
Watch last week, we talked about Alanis Morissette.
Oh, well, no, we didn't just talk. we
fanboyed.
dove deep.
We fanboyed hard. We fanboyed
And I'm not gonna
hard.
lie, so that is funny. That is something I did not realize you and I had in common at all. Like,
Every kid that went to our school, every kid that was alive in the mid-90s has that in common,
that's
okay?
probably
It's
true.
Alanis Morissette.
I can't wait to hear Brenner's rendition. Brenner, at some point, oh, and we also, Greenlight is our book.
Book
we
club.
talked about Matthew McConaughey in the last one, Greenlight, the book Greenlight. We want, if y'all would like to, please go out and listen to that, because in about, I don't know, 4 weeks, we'll do a sode on
It'll
it.
be-
So that's kind
Well,
of a
from
little,
this one, it'll be 2 weeks.
It'll be not next episode, but the next.
okay. So like, you know.
Yeah.
You may have already.
Won me over in spite of me. Don't be alarmed if I fall head over feet. Okay,
We're
we
so
sang
good.
that last episode.
Yeah, sorry, you're not getting it.
Okay, this episode, Brenner left us with a hanger.
Yes, I
Good
did.
Now,
hanger.
do we?
Good
Let me grab the camera and let's do
Good
a slow
hanger.
pan.
Good hanger.
Let's do a slow pan. We're gonna start over here, right over Spud's right shoulder.
Whatever-
is Kennecott. It's
whatever
the
you do.
world's largest copper mine.
Wardle,
Please
huh?
hashtag
It is the
that.
world's
Yeah,
largest
It
copper
really
mine.
is the world's largest. I mean, post a thing about it and actually like
Put some
hashtag
stats
it,
right here.
do some stuff,
Yeah, we'll hashtag it.
trend hack it.
We will. We'll talk about. Oh my gosh! Speaking of trend hacking,
We should throw anything
we-
about
do
you
we
on our
have-
episodes because you're
do
so
we
big.
have an episode coming up for you? We have a
Oh.
buddy that may have just solved the riddle of where the $25,000 Utah treasure is, and we went up there looking for it earlier this week. We were close. You could feel it. We were.
Oh, I felt
we
it.
were
And then you
on-
guys were up at the top of the mountain and we're like, Spud, we gotta go. I was like, I am here. I could feel it in my bones. And I should have
But it-
been more
but it wasn't
aggressive.
anywhere close to where you were at. So,
Well, but
we were in the vicinity. We were on the right mountain.
so he told you? You've talked to him?
We talked. There was a group thread yesterday.
Oh, I
a
just
group
saw the text
with-
that said I figured it out. I didn't realize he said where.
Oh, then he started just doing me directly because he didn't want you to go up there and get it. That's right. Yeah, he's worried. Okay, world's largest copper mine here. We'll post that episode coming up. We can't post it before we find it because it'll
but
put people
Brenner,
on the scent.
it's gonna blow up, just so you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be,
Bro.
I mean, it's not gonna be like 848,000 blow up.
Yeah.
But like maybe
It'll get
100.
there. It'll get there.
But maybe that episode alone will just at least get what
Okay.
Joey's Havasu got.
I'm gonna slow pan.
Man.
I did get a good, nice slow pan on my phone too.
Oh, good, because that one will
Good.
actually show what we're doing.
Hey, will you zoom in on Kennecott so people can
Yeah.
actually see what we're
Yeah.
talking about there? That would
Yeah,
be-
when you were talking about it earlier, I stayed on it for a
Oh, you
second.
did.
So
You got to remember, you got Brenner here. You don't have me. You're good.
That's true.
When you have me, I'll be just holding the camera down, looking at my. Ooh, I want to eat.
Now we have shot a few episodes up here because
I honestly just love this area.
it's
my
a good area.
fave.
A lot
And
of
it's easy to get to for me.
easy to
Definitely
get
not
to,
Brenner.
lots of trails. We need to fire up here and head that way because we've gotten close, kind of.
Oh,
up
we
in
did
that.
go. That's where we did
and
the
then we had to
episode
turn
with
around.
the anatomy of peace.
But yeah, we'll
Or
we'll
leadership
just,
and
next time we
self-deception.
come up here, we'll come straight up and we'll go straight that way, and then we can go forever that way. But this is going to be a fast episode. We got a lot of downhill in our future. So now that you're warmed up, go ahead and put the treadmill as flat as you can. If you got a really fancy one that has downhill, great. Turn up the speed.
But also,
'Cause-
can we show people how great this is? These are just killer.
Pure organic.
Costco. They're like these little layers. Look
we
how
have
they're
an
like a little
opportunity for a
layer.
sponsorship here.
They're like a little layer of it's like a good fruit chew instead of like the ones that have
Fruit
all the
leather.
poop in it. But see how it's like 3 layers? It's kind of like what's that wood that they layer together to make? It's like
wood.
OSB.
plywood.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay. Anyways,
Sorry.
So
Really
Brenner,
important.
Yeah.
Brenner had this idea for, we like leaving you on a hanger. Now, as we say that, let's all check and make sure everything's working, recording.
Let's actually check because me and Spud talked about this. We never check. We just like expect you to do it.
I'm always checking the red.
Well, no. Whenever you say like, let's check
Wait,
this.
yours actually isn't on, is it?
No, it is. It's just a little bit more dim, but you can see it's working.
The red light's on there. The
There's
red light's
red
on.
light.
What
I don't
red
see a
light?
red light.
Oh my God.
Are you effing kidding me?
Your mic's not on.
Yeah, it is.
No,
Now
wasn't.
it is.
It
'Cause
is
I just
on now.
turned it on.
I filled the buzz.
And then you see a little red dot there now.
Okay, well, all right.
How long was it off?
Well, it's been recording my audio because there's a level thing. That's the backup audio. So, I promise. I've done research on the DJI mics. I kind of know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
All
Right,
right.
you show my face.
Okay,
Oh, both of
since bringing on audio visual guy, we're
Yours
at
isn't
about
red.
a 33% success rate on shows
should
that we
be
can
red. Yeah,
actually
it's
put
red.
out. Ours are red.
Red.
Is
Ours
it on
are
the
red.
other side?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
This is
ours are
different.
red. Just the audio visual guy.
Oh,
Visual
guy.
guys. Mike is the only one that's not red in this.
Like I said, that's just the backup audio.
All of the audio always has like a weird.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Repairing your file.
Because that's.
That's normal. Like just hey
Yeah.
guys.
Hey, repairing your file real quick.
Let's pause. Let's pause the show.
Okay. There we go.
It actually hurts.
Is
this one recording? Oh.
Yes.
I've had this on random places for a while.
The thing about keeping it in your pocket though is that if you might not notice it, that it's like sparking up.
Yeah, but it's right here where
Okay.
like if it does
If it
anything, I'll
does.
feel it right on my jump,
Yeah.
and then I'll be
Does it
like,
have the potential to blow? So
I hope the carpet matches the
this
drapes.
battery, this GoPro battery, decided to blow up inside the
oh
camera.
here, let's show
and
it to
Yeah,
show people
yeah,
how
you
great.
can see
People are
it's-
dumb. And then I got mad
and
because
it's
it's
hot.
GoPro, and so I threw
Oh,
it.
it's hot.
It's hot.
Well,
Should we
wait,
bury it?
do I care more about my butt or my front because I can put it in my butt pocket?
Yeah, but
Put it
then
in
you're
your butt
really not
pocket.
going to notice it. And it's
Okay.
just going to go right
It's
through
way
your
better to
belt.
have it blow up on the butt than above the nut.
But
no,
you
I'm
might.
taking it. I'm taking it above here. I use this less.
Uh,
All right.
My butt I use every day. I mean, let's be honest.
You get to you're the video guy this round.
Like if I couldn't poop, oh, that would.
I think you'd still be able to.
But have you ever as you get older in life, Joey? Have you ever just realized how much a good poop is better than anything in this world?
I mean, let's not go that far, but it is really enjoyable for sure.
What are you doing? Jeez. Mr. Bomb.com here. I mean, I
you're on the
can't go
podcast,
that
run
fast because of
downhill.
my bottles, Joey.
and you're squeaking.
Gosh, how would it be to not have a camera, not have to worry about it?
Good Lord, he is.
Did I make him mad about the poop thing? Should I not have talked about
I
poop?
don't know.
I think I finally offended him.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Joey! Hey, bud! I get that you don't have a camera, but it's hard to run that fast with cameras.
If you're on the podcast, sorry. We're just having a ball, just bombing this hill. Like I said, yeah, we're gonna cover some ground on this.
He must be
Well,
hungry.
if we're going to be going fast, I need to get to my story immediately.
Yeah, because he can't talk and run.
Well, I can't talk and sprint with you guys.
Okay, so Brenner's hanger that he left us on from last episode was the movie that comes to mind either around the time you lost your V card and or
No, just the watching a movie term.
wait.
Morning.
What did I say wrong there? You said no, just watching the movie.
The movie, yeah, like you said, the movie that comes to mind, and in no way, shape, or form is that. I mean,
All right, set the table for me then.
I mean, what Joey
the
said
table.
was the idea I had.
oh, okay.
But
Sorry, I didn't realize that was the idea.
But then you guys-
I was the term of watching a movie and what that meant.
well, I think it's going to be different for both of us because I have a movie. You guys said you didn't, so you can do that for your guys' part.
Yeah, so the table was, the thing was, do you have a movie that you lost your V card to? And then we kind of said, well, not really, but like, we should talk about what it meant when you were in high school and you were, gonna air quotes, watch a movie together and kind of, just all that whole thing. So Brenner, the guy with the idea, tell us what spawned this idea for you. Talk us through it.
Well, just, I guess, like, people, whenever I tell somebody the movie, they always think it's funny. because of the movie choice. And no way Joey's hearing us, by the way.
I am. I can hear you.
What?
I can hear you.
You
It's
can't
funny.
hear us?
It's funny, the movie
He said
choice.
he can.
Oh, okay. Well, the movie was The Incredibles 2.
That's what you lost your
That-
Rico to?
Yeah.
And that's a great movie.
That
I-
is,
So weird. That's so weird.
that
That's
is so
not
weird.
that old of a movie.
Well, yeah, I'm not that old.
Okay. All right.
I can
Yeah,
tell
no,
you
I have not watched that movie at all.
That scene where Jack fights the raccoon.
oh man, so good. And every
So good.
single thing, and the raccoon's just dying. Oh,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
well, we know why.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I mean,
So-
that is.
Wait, but it's not like your first time you're banging during the whole movie. Come on. That was like,
Well,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, obviously it's life, real life. So it was like
okay, so
1
you
minute of a movie.
were you guys on a couch like at your mom's house or at her parents' place? Or?
We were in her room on her bed.
Oh, you were in a. They allowed you guys to go into the room together.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Joey had to probably be in cars for the first 10 years of his life, or at random.
In a
Place.
basement or at Spud's house or
Yeah.
Spud's garage.
You know how many people? I would love to know that count of how many people got it on at my house or in my garage that weren't me.
Basically, the entire school in the late 90s.
I'm
That's
amazed
just where you went.
we didn't have any babies conceived in that.
Spud had this garage that he converted into a party space, and we would just, there just knew there was a party going on at Spud's house almost every single night. And yeah, many a maidens.
So Joey, what's your movie?
I don't know why I said it like that. That's a line from Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. But
I can't hear you. I'm sorry. Morning.
Morning.
am I just hauling out?
Yeah, you're
Oh,
Yeah,
it
we
was.
can't hear
I
anything you
can't.
say.
I just can't keep up because
I feel like we're going slower than we were up the hill.
No way.
Yeah, this is yeah.
not used to the speed, I guess.
I have been speed training like a mofo because
Yeah, I can tell.
I'm working on a marathon.
So did you say the movie? Sorry.
Me?
Yeah.
I
Your
don't
movie?
have a movie.
Oh, okay.
But I have a story about how I lost my V card, and it is an extremely unique story.
Well, I'm
It was
excited.
with a guy.
Yeah. So you know that scene, Jack fighting the raccoon.
Yeah.
A lot like that. No, okay, so I was a pretty naive kid. You know, if you're not from Utah, my dad's kind of like a preacher. You know, he's kind of like the John Lithgow character in Footloose, only maybe nicer and a little bit cooler. I don't know. Definitely better looking, more in shape.
Oh yeah.
My dad's very in shape.
Way better looking.
Buff dude. Anyways, I'm this naive kid, and it's a two-part story. And like I said, I was very into girls. And when I was a freshman, a buddy of mine, we've talked about him on the show, local legend, had a rad truck. He was a couple grades older than me, and even though I was a freshman, he let me borrow his truck and drive up
man.
into the hills with this girl.
I can't believe you did that. That's cool.
So I drive up into the hills with this girl who was quite a bit more experienced than I was. And we were fooling around, and she wanted to do it. And I said, I don't know if I'm ready. And she said, well, it's gonna get kids. If you're under the age of 18, turn off the podcast, turn off the show right now.
Disclaimer.
She said,
Parental advisory.
she said basically, if you don't, I'm gonna wait just a second. Howdy.
Morning. Why is it the worst timing whenever you get to
that
something?
runs past
If
next.
you don't do this.
Yeah, so she said, look, Joey, it's not having sex unless you lose it inside of the person. And I was like, oh, okay, all right. I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense.
Wow.
Like,
It's funny because normally it's the exact opposite. You hear some BYU girl that like the guy's like, look, if I just put it in there and we move the bed,
yeah,
it doesn't count.
you just soak it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's basically what it was. It's just like, if you don't lose it in there, it's not sex. So don't worry, don't even worry about it.
Man, this girl was next level.
And I was so naive that I was like, oh, well, that's cool, okay. But here's the clincher. So as I was going to do it, I was like, that's great news. Let's go. And just then, we got interrupted. This truck came barreling up through the sagebrush, and it was my buddy who let me borrow the truck. He needed it back and had come up to get it.
Oh,
And so we got interrupted. We hurried and put our
worst
clothes on.
timing ever.
Probably the
I gotta
best
tie
timing
my
ever.
shoe, fellas.
Probably the best timing ever, right? So I can hold the camera for you, bro. So
Dude,
then fast forward. So we don't end up doing it. But
man, that girl was so bummed, I bet.
But here in my head, I'm like, well, this is awesome.
Because now I could do this.
Yeah, because I don't even want to lose it inside the person. That's the last thing I want to do.
So you're
So this
thinking,
is-
go ham.
This is great. So then you fast forward, and I'm dating a girl who I actually kind of like, my sophomore year. And she's from out of town. So it was extra cool and extra mysterious, you know, because it's an out of town girl.
You were so
And-
cool in so many ways.
Well, I don't know if I was.
Sorry, to
But-
me. Sorry. You got to remember, you know.
So I'm dating this girl from the big city of Payson.
What?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
She was north? Not
oh,
like,
yeah. Oh yeah, not even.
not to Sanpete or
Yeah,
any,
yeah,
like,
oh, yeah.
gross one?
She had a McDonald's in her town, so it was cool to go and see her.
Oh, it really was. And a Walgreens and a Rite Aid.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's on the cool factor, but yeah, they had those stores too. So she also, we're fooling around, and she had also actually already done it with somebody.
And she was a sophomore?
Yeah, and she said, I'll never forget it. She said, I wish this, as we're fooling around and we're getting ready to, because I'm like, this is going down, because, you know, I'm definitely,
Yeah, I'm ready for
putting
this.
it in there, because
it won't count.
Yeah, it doesn't count. And so she goes, oh, I wish this was my first time too. Which weird thing to say right in the moment, I realize.
Like she just knows based on your excitement level?
Yeah, and I'm sure I was jacked. I'm sure I was excited as hell. So I'm like, oh, we're not gonna have sex. Like, we're not having sex. And then immediately put it right in. Like, but not knowing like that was
That was sex.
So I think back and I'm like, this girl had to have been just so confused. Just so
But she was like, all right, well, that's what I thought we were going to do.
like, this guy is in just complete denial about what's going on here. And I
As long
obviously
as I don't
was.
say it out loud, it's not.
So then, you know, her and I do that a few times. And I don't know how many months later or whatever, I was hanging out at our local bike shop, which is where I spent all my time. And
Which was also the coolest thing ever in Nephi.
yeah, we had a half pipe there, and I worked there for $3 an hour. It was rad.
That's funny. My first job, I made $4.75.
Made $9 a day because we were open from 3 to 6 after school, and I had to open and close. Made $9 a day, and every cent of it went towards bike stuff. But anyways,
Yeah.
so I'm there, and the owner of the bike shop is my best friend at the time, older brother.
Jeez.
And even my best friend is a couple years older than me. He was a senior when I was a sophomore. And I was telling him, we were talking about girls or whatever. His older brother's there who owns a shop, who's, you know, an older guy, married guy, dad, whatever.
Yeah, actually
Yeah.
knows about life.
And I'm telling him, you know, like, we're talking about girls, and I was like, oh yeah, no, I haven't ever had sex before. And then minutes later, I talk about how, you know, oh yeah, so I was inside of this girl. And they're like, wait a minute, I thought you'd never had sex before. And I was like, no, I haven't. They're like, well, you just said that you were. And I'm like, yeah, I was inside of her, but
gosh,
I didn't.
the naiveness that I did not even know existed in your world. Because in my world, that like as far as knowledge was normal, but I just assumed, you know, the Joey Sartorius would know all the things.
Well, they explained it to me that this guy, the older brother, the owner of the shop,
he actually gave you
like,
the talk.
Dude, that is intercourse. You have done it. And he could, at first he thought it was funny, but then he could see just
like
the horror on my face.
Oh man.
And I was almost like,
because your whole life you've been taught that is the worst thing you could ever do with anybody.
I was just shook. I like, you know, I didn't want to cry in front of these dudes, but
you wanted to cry.
It was just like, oh no. What have I done? Let's not cut this. We'll take the longer route, yeah? So, yeah, I was just like, what in the world have I done? You know, I'm going to hell and doing, so it's just, and yeah, that was my experience. Really special. You know, just not quite as special as Incredibles 2, but it's up there.
Dude, I just can't believe, like, the lack of communication of the previous generation.
Zero sex education.
It just makes me sad. I mean,
can you imagine if I had gotten this girl pregnant?
Yeah.
You know, just like not even knowing that was a possibility.
Well, not even knowing that was a possibility, yeah. Which is 100% was, even if you didn't, you know, do it all the way like you thought.
If this episode doesn't break 100 views,
yeah,
I'm gonna be really upset that I just shared one of the most intimate and embarrassing stories of my entire life.
I think it's great.
Okay, so Spud.
So actually, I just have the opposite of. So, I had I always wanted to have the watching a movie thing happen, where it was like you go rent a movie. You know, you go down to Movies Plus.
Oh yeah.
Pick the movie out together, thinking.
You both know.
Well,
you ain't watching it.
Yeah, you're not gonna watch it. Oh, hey, Brenner's.
I'm dead.
Brenner's back.
Hey there.
Good morning.
I wonder how much our voices travel over this canyon. If all of these people have now.
I know.
Heard
because she did give. She did give
was
me a
uncomfortable.
look.
Spring behind my back.
No, like
She was uncomfortable.
it's fine.
We're almost to a place where we can walk. Just hang in there for another.
Oh my
500
God.
Just another half mile. Don't
got
worry.
this.
You guys suck.
Okay, so you're at Movies Plus. You pick out the movie. Do you remember it? Or is this just a?
I actually kind of don't want to tell you the movie, but sure.
Oh, you got to. That's the baseline.
Well, but okay. So it's The Virgin Suicides. If you've ever seen it, it's
Angelina Jolie, right?
I have no idea who's in it because all I remember is
Wait, you lost your V card to the Virgin?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay.
There's a lot.
Because wow.
There's a lot to unpack with it. That it's funny that this is the first story that popped up, is because we went and rented the movie, and we went to my house, which had nobody there, in my bed, and of course, because I don't have any confidence in myself and or any of that stuff, and I'm like, there's no way this girl would want to do that. She just wanted to go get a movie, and so I remember thoroughly watching the movie, but also the whole time thinking, man, it would be so cool if she'd come over here and be like, oh hey, you want to make out? Or oh hey.
Remember watching the movie and you'd be spooning, or you'd be in a position and you'd be scratching their back, and the whole time you're just inching.
Yep.
It's like a 2 hour.
It's like a
methodical.
And then hopefully
plan to get close enough to maybe graze a boob. To maybe.
So I remember doing that when I was married.
Hopefully she grabs your hand and helps you out a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I remember doing that when I was married, but unfortunately that never happened before marriage.
You got it. Now, come on. Spud.
No, that's the crazy thing, dude, is I never ever had like this.
Spud does this, but this is also his game, and he's learned it to perfection. Where he's like, oh no, I don't do it, I nothing, but he's always in the center of all the action, always. Just he always had girls
But for real,
everywhere.
dude, that movie, we were there, watched it. We got done with the movie. She left, all that. Well, and then a few years later, I remember kind of having the guts to just be like, you know what? If I would have like tried anything, like, do you think something could have happened? And she's like, oh yeah. I'm like, cool. That's cool.
Why'd you even ask that? That's
because
terrible,
I had to know, Brenner.
That's a terrible thing to know.
So the other one is it's like it's not the movie thing, but it's funny because there were multiple times where I think the V card could have easily gone out the window, and it was all on me. Like there was another time where from work, like I went and was hanging out with a girl at my house. I still can. It's sad I can remember these so vividly. So I remember she's sitting on my bed in like the pose where like you have your hands behind you're kind of in the sitting up position. She's on the bed. She's like,
hold on, let me grab the camera and you can give us a visual.
I just can't describe.
Give us a visual.
Like you're sitting and your hands are here and your legs are up and you're just, it's like, I would call it like almost like
the Playboy.
The Playboy pose, sure.
Playboy pose.
And she's like sitting there, we're talking this whole time and we're hanging out and I'm looking through the mail because at this point
just trying to do anything that cool and then
just to not and I'm building
not have a boner.
I'm building up confidence and I go over and I was like, God, she's like actually I think interested in me. I don't know why, but she is. Like she's obviously got something wrong with her. And so I go over to the bed to like actually, go make out with her. And my buddy comes knocking on my front door. Actually not even knocking, he just opens the front door because that's how my house worked. And I was just like, whoop, and just didn't even go to her. Again, a couple years later, I was like, okay, I just need to know. In that moment, were you like, what the hell are you doing looking at your mail? I am here. I am ready. I would like to hang out with you in this way. And she was like, yeah, I didn't understand. I thought you just didn't like me and you were like not into it.
See, I'd be mad at the girls, right? Because you're so desperate. If girls would give any
true indication, like
hey,
just a, hey, I'm actually like
yeah, any at all, you'd have jumped all over. But at the same time, you have to remember that like in that time, if a girl even so much as said anything like that, immediately
it was a big deal.
As a
whore.
As a hussy.
Just you are a hussy.
You are the worst.
Yeah. So I know those are different types of stories, but those were the two that came to mind that I was like, man, I remember the times where I think it could have happened and it didn't. I actually think by the second time I'd already lost the B card, and it wasn't even a cool thing. It was just we were randomly hanging out at some house and I was like making out and it was
That's so funny.
So Brenner, how far into Incredibles 2 were you when you guys started getting it on?
Like 5 minutes.
And had you guys already been like, yeah, this is happening? Or what? Talk me through set the table.
This is awkward. My mom watches this, dude.
We're all adults now, okay?
I'm barely an adult. Okay, so
you are an adult, but yes, barely.
It was
Mom, turn off the show.
Yeah, turn off the show from here
Mom.
on out, please. It was probably like when
Let's
Mrs.
be honest,
Incredible,
nobody gets to hear.
Well, yeah, true. When Mrs. Incredible like gets the bike,
Oh yeah, that's really
that's
early
the
on.
last thing I remember.
Oh.
So that's I think when we like started to get into things.
Huh.
And
was she giving off the vibe? Is that how it worked out?
Well, you guys had obviously gotten.
Oh yeah, this was
Yeah.
when you guys had already kissed because of the concert. You asked her if you could kiss her, which I think was the cutest story ever.
It was 6 months.
And you guys have been fooling around for a while.
Yeah,
right?
well, I mean, we had like our first kiss after like a month.
Gosh.
And I think like the on the pants touching
zipper,
was probably 3 months.
Sparking, just zipper sparking.
Second base. Is that second base?
Creating a fire.
Yeah.
Is that second base?
Oh.
Camera is too hot.
Okay. Well, hey, mine's still recording.
I hate GoPro.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm definitely.
Hopefully that was-
Remember
my pocket could be exploding, so I'm gonna check that.
remember when it didn't record because it was too cold? Everything froze up?
Yeah.
Also, too hot.
And how's it too hot
And it's
right
not
now?
even like a crazy hot day.
How's it
like,
too
it has
hot
been
right
way
now?
hotter.
Yeah.
It's like 70s.
Yeah. I don't
Just
know.
Just
If-
GoPro. No, I want
anybody
a
has a
sponsored
camera.
athlete to come up to us and say, no, my GoPro's amazing and I'm sponsored by him, but I need it to be legit because you are a liar.
if you do that, if you come to the three of us, plan on getting jumped. we are gonna kick the shit out of you.
Because you are the problem. Because GoPro's giving you the money to say it's good because it is not good.
You're propagating just this terrible product that's robbing the public.
Of us. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm done.
2 cameras down.
2 of them are now down right when you were ranting about GoPro, nonetheless.
I mean, I'm sweating, but like, it is not that hot. Like, I just want to point
It's
out.
probably what 75?
I don't know. Let's
Yeah,
ask
80?
Siri.
80.
It's a little bit humid. That's why we're sweating so much. But
What's the temperature? Oh my gosh, what is your problem? What's the temperature right now?
I love how he's mad at a supercomputer that gives him all the information he wants at the drop of a hat, has a camera that works all the
It's
time.
not listening. Get away. I'm just joking. Sorry.
Who cares?
I'm just really frustrated with the
Thanks
GoPro.
for coming on around with us. We're sorry it got cut short. We were right in the middle of. Every time Brenner tells a cute little story, GoPro's like.
Did it get the first time that you kissed at a concert when you asked her?
No.
Oh man.
Oh, he told
That
this
is
great
the
story.
That was the
GoPro
breakup
didn't
story,
work
yeah.
then either.
Oh, we
Someday.
don't even have the breakup story.
yeah.
So good.
Someday.
That's great
That's
advice.
sad. Okay. Good morning.
So, anyways,
I'm
thanks
sorry.
for coming on around with us. Please like and subscribe to the Come Run With Us project.
Woo!
I was hoping that she heard. 'Cause
Yeah,
maybe,
for
maybe
sure.
we just picked up a new listener.
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
true. That's
Maybe we
true.
should start saying that every time we pass them.
The Come Run With Us project.
Good
I
morning
really
from
wanna
the
get-
Come Run With Us
I still wanna
project.
get shirts.
On YouTube.
I want to get a
Please.
jersey. Can I get a jersey?
Please.
Please.
Yeah.
Well, I need.
get that. Yeah, I want to get shirts too.
Let's
So,
figure that
So
out.
what I'm saying is, I need my financial back.
You should have
Joey's-
I'd love to get
Joey's
some shirts. I
face.
think you should get some shirts. That's a killer idea. Let's get some shirts. Man.
We've got a company card, right?
We do like the marathon on Wednesday, the half marathon on Wednesday, the Deseret News. We can wear them, you know,
Yeah.
kind of like the ones I made for us
Yeah.
last year at the Deseret News. When you know that I think it's like you're onto something. Get us some shirts, man. Some Come With Us project shirts.
But also, like,
Maybe on the back it could say like, "Hey, bored on your treadmill?
yeah.
Check us out on YouTube." You
Yeah,
know, we got
okay,
some
so-
like-
Okay. So we got some shirts made. We wore some shirts.
I love how
Joey
you were
paid
like,
for it,
"I
but-
really want to get some shirts."
But like, I really want to get some shirts, like a jersey,
Get us some
or
shirts,
something
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
And so I
I
just,
love that
need-
idea.
I
I love that idea.
I need the company card for a couple minutes.
Hey, look, I'll even pay for him. I'll even pay for him if you
Okay, Brenner.
you'll do the work. If
Brenner,
you'll get it
I
lined
need
out.
you.
I'll design a shirt. I will.
I mean, Spud is the talent. But
No, I am honestly the worst. It's true. Joey has given me these faces because
Realistically, we could finish this episode out on the phone if you want to keep going to the car.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just funny because Joey is.
no,
Man.
it was the excited. Hey, I really want to get some shirts.
Yeah.
Knowing full well, I know what that means.
I didn't know he knew. I didn't know. You know, it's like the girl that finally, you know, is like, oh, he got the hint. You know, I was hoping Joey would get the hint. I didn't realize that he had already gotten that hint and knew what I meant.
We were a long ways from the car when we stopped running. Brenner, what's going on with you, man? You gotta-
I don't know,
He
but
hasn't been training as much lately.
I missed a week because he was in Jackson Hole. I did like one run on the Y.
You gotta run
But-
even when your running buddy's not here.
I try my hardest.
What is that?
It's sprinklers, Mr. Real Estate.
What would that have to do with anything? Whoa. I don't think we need to cut Joey down about not knowing about a sprinkler.
Didn't know he was using his virginity. It was a sprinkler, you idiot. How did you not know that? I
I feel like Brenner and I have similar like like
Spite,
the
venom,
the hurt, the things that we say.
Mr. Football Player,
Mr. Football Player,
Mr. Gold Plates handed to him.
Mr. Running Back,
Silver spoon in your butt, Mr. Silver spoon.
D1 running back over here.
You didn't know that was a sprinkler, you idiot.
I do want to get back to, you know how you were talking about on your movies and stuff.
Yeah.
The times that you could have but you didn't.
Yeah.
I've
I
had
don't know if there was ever one of those for me, by the way.
really.
Silver spoon. Silver spoon.
No.
You just did it all the time.
I was gonna try. I wasn't gonna wait and see. I wasn't gonna ask 3 years later.
I get it.
Come
I,
on,
I think that's fair.
I've only
And shit, but like,
Well, yeah, but I feel like if I had the confidence in me that you had in me at that time, like, I would have been doing all kinds
I
of
might have had less confidence because
No, I'm
it's not
saying
like I
the
didn't get
confidence
turned
you
down.
had
I got
in me.
turned down.
No, but you know, I'm saying what you thought of me at that moment would have been much higher and better. So if I just would have had the confidence of like any of my friends that were like, no, dude, you're great. Like, I promise, you know?
Yeah, there were other guys that were way more successful with the ladies than me. Way more. Matthew McConaughey.
Ryan Reynolds was probably good at that time.
But really, in our town, in our hometown, like, next level better than me at that stuff. I was just willing to give her a shot.
Yeah.
You know, on a pretty consistent basis.
No, I get it. I look back and go, wow, there was so much fear for some reason in just even trying to kiss a girl. Like, I was so scared to kiss a girl. Like, I didn't kiss a girl till I was 17, and I remember it was like next level, and it was actually, it is awkward and weird because I only kissed them because they knew I hadn't kissed a girl, and so then all the girls were like, oh, hey, it's the month of your birthday. Let's see how many girls you can kiss in July. And I was like, hells yeah. And so I ended up kissing like 7 or 8 girls.
Wow.
All because they knew of this. And
That's
now looking
crazy.
back, I feel...
You're in like the top 1% of dudes from Nephi. Like,
But like, I feel awkward because it wasn't like a kiss like because you loved or liked someone.
none of that. It was all, legit. You played whatever game you could.
Okay.
And that's game. Game is game.
Game is game.
There were 2 girls in one night.
Oh, wow.
They both kissed me one after, like we were sitting on my couch, and I kissed this one here, and then I kissed this one here, and they were like, "There you go, 2
That's
kisses."
epic level. That's
That is-
legendary
And, see,
stuff.
and I look at it like I'm hurt by it because I felt like I was
such a
used.
pathetic-
But now, yeah, that does seem actually really cool.
That means that you kissed more girls in 1 month than my entire life,
Oh,
my friend. Let's get off the road. You're gonna get ran over.
20 feet. 20 feet off the road.
Joey, there's another one.
Mr. Drama Queen over here.
Brenner, there was a hiker that was like 300 yards away.
Well,
And we
okay.
were talking on
No.
the trail, and Brenner got in our ass. Guys, off the trail.
No,
Trail, 8 feet.
hey, no, here's why. I saw him looking over and they were stopped. They weren't moving because we were on the trail in the beginning. There was, I'm serious, there was like 5 or 6 minutes where they weren't coming because of us.
See that house clear across the ravine? They were that far away. I don't think that us
That's
standing on the trail
not true.
had anything
Not
to
even
do
in the
with it.
slightest.
Maybe they were scared because we were 3 dudes, and we're intimidating dudes.
3 dudes
Look how cool
talking
we are.
about how cool we were in high
Talking
school.
about- Yeah.
I mean, I really was.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
cooler. I was cooler than I thought. So I'd like to point that out, that I didn't realize it at the time, but I was.
You know what we're gonna do? When we get new cameras,
Ooh, can we blow them up?
we're gonna have a video
Like
on
a
here
blow-up
where
party?
We climb to the top of a mountain and we f these things up.
Or we could like shoot them.
Okay, like what about our juicy battery?
We just need to
taking
find
that
a
right there.
find a place to throw it away.
Cool.
It's not
that?
hot anymore, so that's good. I think, yeah, it'll be fine to throw away now.
Okay.
Check out the movie Night and Day, Tom Cruise, Cameron Diaz. I think it's
Right
my
here?
favorite Tom Cruise
Night
movie.
and Day is actually one of my favorite movies too. I love it.
It's a
like
great movie.
It's a great
And the whole time he's trying to keep this battery
The
that's,
battery.
that's heating up out of the bad guy's hands. And so,
Oh.
favorite-
very similar to us.
So I'm like Tom
You're-
Hanks.
No, Tom
Tom
Cruise.
Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Cooler.
Even cooler.
I didn't even. I wasn't even listening.
Let's hope you paste this all together and it actually works. Most likely it won't, but thank you.
Well, I've got a lot more time. I can do it now.
Put your fingers in the shot.
Nope.
No, I'm just joking.
It's a lot less. My finger's not even in the shot here.
No, I was talking about the finger that looks like it's above the camera.
Nope.
Right here.
Nope, not even in the
Okay.
shot.
Okay.
Love you.
You have
Thanks for
3
watching.
cameras.
Subscribe and like, please.
Yeah.
Please.
There's a like, subscribe thing
Please,
somewhere.
we want to be able to buy better equipment.
Actually, I
Yeah.
want to be able to buy
We
like
want
shirts and
t-shirts.
jerseys.
T-shirts.
We want, and
Uh,
I mean, and I want to stop paying for it.
Yeah, that'd be so nice, guys.
You
Because
know-
we hear about it all the time.
And you know, just
Yeah.
like in high school, we're begging right now for something,
Just anything.
Just
and
look,
let it happen for Joey, like everything else.
I never thought in a million years I'd share the story of how I lost my V card on this show.
Which,
And
by
I
the way,
did
is
that
so
today.
good. It's so good. I
So-
forgot about it.
Please, just now
Yeah.
that I'm thinking of it,
Don't post it.
actually don't.
Don't post
Don't
it.
subscribe. I don't need that getting out. Yeah. Okay. See you next time, maybe.
Thank y'all. Love
Thanks, y'all.
y'all.
See ya.
Bye.
Peace.